आज हामी म्याथको पढ्नेछौँ बिसिए थर्ड सेमेस्टर प्रोबेबिलिटी एन्ड स्ट्याटिस्टिक्स प्रोबेबिलिटी एन्ड स्ट्याटिस्टिक्सको ल्याब रिपोर्ट आइछ थ्योरी आइछ हामी पहिला थ्योरी यसो पढ्यौँ थ्योरी पढौँ अब कस्तो हुन्छ 7098 जनाले भ्यू गर्नुभएको रहेछ यसलाई Theory statistics is the product or science of collecting and analyzing the numerical data in the large quantity. Statistics is the pure science of collecting or analyzing the data in the large quantity. Decision statistics, mathematics statistics deals with the development of statistical theory method based on certain principle. Example, mathematics applied deal with the application statistical method to the data. A business set is considered as the applied statistics a discipline. It is used to summarize or present the data either or graphically. Normally, the in Princeton statistics, it is used to draw the interface about the population from the simple data drawn from the population function, simplify the complexity, produce the technique and of the comparison statistical methods such as average measure of dispersion out and help into the conversion helps into the process used in the business industry for forecasting the future based in the past experience done using the statistical techniques such as organization analyzing of the time source production of the future trend helps in formulate the policy. It is used to draw the valid conclusion, provide the technique and organizing the data statically, statics in the planning, statics in economics, problems such as the production, consumption, disruption, and the income of the world, wages, price, part, strong statistics in the business and the management, probability of making policy plan and the program in business. It can be used as the muscles to it gets is based on the source understanding one can forecast the future model and invest accordingly. Limitation does not allow inclusively and consider the again law exact. अब यो के मेरो अन्त नाम राख्छ रहेछ नि त्यही भएर होइन हो होइन तर यो राम्रो अक्षर हो है होइन कोइन इन टस प्रोबेबिलिटी of getting the head and tail in the ball may be the misuse only one person who tossed the got expert and the knowledge of the statistics only one person who toss and got the expert knowledge on statistics can handle the statistical data result are something scheme disadvantage. They may be the fully in the queue, heterogeneous data, some service possible in the statistical decision. Non-statistical person is not know when the data is in primary data, secondary data. Primary data once the data is approached sent from the sketch method may not be accurate and original. The scene that we collected by the other include approach one can expose in terms of HME cost and manpower only. One is less expensive. Primary data is it is used in the establishment of the new three used in the statistical integration and analysis method of collection of the primary primary data used to study the investigation. Prove the control data researchers concept to less control 5C number of lonely and easy available to the public, easy available to the public source, case study survey interview website journals review method of collecting the primary data direct personal interview invite triggers meets the respondent personally and makes the necessary inquiry and exact required number for them merit into accurate and analytical reliable flexible demerit expensive require intelligent skillful and trained manpower root is stable, Indonesian person info, but in such case, the cool investigation is more portable, approachable. In this method, the third person is used to collect the data with the witness. merit. It is less expensive than the direct. It is used to get the sensitive info with the help of auditor suitable in the exact area and investigation team at into maybe the inaccordingly unreliable. It is away making the lack of interest and weakness with the analysis method questionnaire method a set of question related to the subject of inquiry known as questionnaire space for the question output to be filled upward. Then the questionnaire is mailed is photo content met low cost home empower. It is assumed that the educated person never lie suitable lab are investigated dome only the applicable for the educated correspondent may be applied for wrong causes. As a schedule sent through the intermeter. In this method, investigators select the examiner to arrange the data and give them training to collect information. Investigated sends to the intermeter with the schedule used in the population census, domestic, expensive daytime, money, and manpower. Suitable in the wide world, investigation more accurate into through the correspondent to the local diverty method investigate opponent the correspondent as a local energy used in the media agency mesh champ covers the wide area of inquiry based demise due to the personal pursuit of business correspondent overnight and consume absence of the search at the telephone intranet method for the secondary data collection, published scan, republish and publication manifest department by the government, rapid publication, unpublished sources, record maintained by the government cycle, merit, save time and money, investigate and expenses, skillful film, scope inquiry can be done from the any one time sample survey, complete enumeration of each unit and the population called the census set of first times offset statistical individual in the population is used to opponent that the pop is called a sample and in educated sample is called the sample. A measure of sampling saves the time and money. Samples are less expensive than the census sample, prevents the items from destruction. Item enable the estimate sampling area. Sampling conducted by the well-ended represented investigation gives the accurate result. Survey the technique of investigation by the direct observation of the phenomena of the collection is known as the through the interview. Objective supply the info on any problem discipline or the phenomena exception. Sample survey the survey carried out by the selector representative sample of the study population is known as the sample survey. Sampling as a census the method as a process of selecting a sample from a population and study is called the sampling as a opponent when the universe is very large possess the homogeneous characteristic, almost accuracy, and nest require whole census is impossible. I the destructive, explosive nature of the flourishing domestic, less accuracy, misleading conclusion, need specialized knowledge content cannot be used in the information of each every unit of the population is required. A census and appropriate action universe is small population is heterogeneous 100 to accuracy is required. Population game is inheritance, demerit, expensiveness, extensive time and effort not applicable to the dislocative francis for infinite population census. Census takes every unit of the population costly and time consuming more accurate less scope sampling takes the precedence part pop less greater basic organization aspect of sampling survey objective survey population to be sampled data to be collected diverse precaution deserve unified measurement sample before the selection of the sample population must be divided into the part one called the sampling the process of construction this list in the sampling unit called the selection of the purpose sampling the research summary analysis of the data design step identify what you want and cover the questionnaire don't count the good ask the question at home be flexible with your options open-ended open-ended principal class sample in the word about lengthy question, negative question, lending based or implementation language, ambitious types, structural questionnaire, collect the questionnaire data. It is the planned and design and on-boosted collect the quantitative data. Questionnaire types are the question open-ended question helps to collect the quantitative data where the response can answer or print from the room and with the construction close in that question yes no question use the core basic basic easiest malik question scaling question are based on the principle of measurement skill no matter order involved mm, question types of questionnaire based on the disruption computer questionnaire telephone in-house advantage portal less expensive save time human questionnaire cause the wide range of investigation disadvantage, loss of validity, reliable consistency, response may not be fruitful, people may be the different into the each question principle of the sample survey, principle of statistical regularity, principle of the uncertain and the large number, principle of the validity, principle of the optimization. Questionnaire is the investment of the data collection process of analyzing the collecting data, last cost and closed in data and in data answer objective. Subjective it answer objective may consist of the survey. It always consists of the questionnaire to determine the size of the sample, nature of the universe, number of the clues, purpose, nature of the study, type of the sample, secondary of the accuracy, acceptance, confidence level, adaptability, and the finance other consideration. N is equal to sample size, Z is equal to standard normal sampling error sampling case due to the fact that when and part of the population sample has been used to estimate the population parameter and draw the intimacy about the population so they are absent incomplete enumeration survey depends on the nature of the population size and the sample types population specification occurs when the researcher does not understand what should the survey sample Nin occurs when the wrong subject play used to select the sample 1993 election. Roosevelt and launched the sample survey. Is selection error occurs when the respondent is self-select their the proportion on the study only this where the encapsulated and non-responsive occurs when the respondent can differ than those may the error when either the petrol respondents was not curated sampling error can be controlled general sample design large quantity reason fully selection of sample sustination particularly definition of flow due to the base elimination may bias in the exclusion method as an implementation non-sampling error case of the stage of the planning exploration loss present in the both sample survey facility family planning responsive error non-responsive error sampling error cover error parameter of the statistics parameter they are used in the population value in other words the value that can describe the sample and by the call the parameter is denoted by o statistics yn is the sample observation the statistical measure constant which is about to form a sample data parameter size mean standard deviation proportion coefficient correlation of the skewness sample survey and mean standard deviation as proportion p correlation coefficient bn uh, various sampling method, random sampling, probability sampling. It is the science of method where the selecting the samples from the pop according to the formula by the chance in which each and every unit of the population has to determine the pre-associated population types of sample random sampling. The unit are selected in a such way that each and every unit of the population has equal independent probability being selected is also known as the probability sampling, which starts the deployment. The selected the probability to draw the sample of the size n from the population ng n srw or n minus 1 random sample may be selected by the lottery method random memorable merit each item has equal chance to being selected impulsive Demerit expensive. It is population homogeneous. It may be the Q for or is satisfy sampling. It is used when the character of the element pop homogeneous. Proprietary sampling, systematic sampling, proprietary system of the system convenient, and the other will use less memory time. Domesticated domestic efficiency, because with in case class size efficiency last per unit may be move in the sampling. Multiple scale sampling development, and the principle by the class sampling. First stage, the population is reduced into the sampling cost. Second stage, the selected cleared in the first stage is due to the sub sample and into the smaller unit. The memory checking up any sum unit. This schedule class is called the two-stage sampling, and any further generated into the whole skewed. For example, the copying sampling estimate yield consideration primary sampling unit and send the plot by fixed SX with the ultimate unit of the sampling merit. Based of the large population scales are more flexible than other sampling guide. Non-sampling, in which the choice and the selection of the sampling unit depends on the entirely on and judgment of the convenience belief biases of the samples as investigated, mainly to use to opinion service, but cannot be remunerated and used as it as a subject to drawback. As a judgment chance of an item depends entirely upon the judgment of the investigated. For example, if we want to know about the cooperation of the Nepalese society, then we select the 20 TU professor to give their opinion about the subject. Made it quick decision. The best is the sample size. Demerit. This biased investigated, not scientific sampling error. Convenience, any if any wants to conduct the mean merit legal for the merit for the quick decision when him or money are unlimited demerit. Sampling error, quick sampling type of judgmental sampling research. One open questionnaire merit source of the three merely the demerit bias sampling error sampling and the narrow sampling merit cheap simple and cost efficient visual and one population in which no sampling can be found demerit difficult when the mm, preparation is launched. र यति नै हो आजको लागि